It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you without a dope beat. Step two, step two, step two, step two, step two, step two. It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you without a dope beat. Step two, step two, step two, step two.
Hello everyone. It is week 12, day 84. What has been happening? It's been a very exciting time. I have been working on my book, and I've been isolating a couple of ideas that I can action for business. Now, the interesting thing about this is that I do believe that there is such a thing as a quantum leap, and I am out. There are loads of ideas out there, loads of things I can do to make money. But I'm not looking for any idea, and I'm not looking to take any opportunity. I want the opportunities that will give me the most return, the highest return in the shortest amount of time. And there is a process of elimination that I have to put everything to, and I've been working on that. But writing a book has taught me something about the way I've been thinking. Now, my goal to make my first £1 million before the end of this year, by the 20th of December this year, it is a relatively short-term goal. I know it is a relatively short-term goal, but that doesn't mean I have to succumb to short-term thinking. I should be thinking long-term about everything I'm doing, because it's my entire life I'm looking to transform. I'm not going to go back to the person I used to be after this year. This is the change of my life, and this is how my life is going to be from here on going forward. So I've been challenged about the way I think about things. Even the book I've been writing, I found myself beginning to rush things because I want to be in a hurry to finish it so that I can publish it as quickly as possible. And by all means, I should finish it as quickly as I can. But I need to distill my ideas properly and lay them out and lay out my arguments and my reasons and my reasoning and my thinking as clearly as possible. And if it takes longer than I would like it to take, then so be it, because I should do a good job with that book. I'm never going to have another opportunity to write a first book. Well, what have I been learning? I did plan to share a little bit about what I've been writing and what I've been putting out in the book. That was my plan. But this is Holy Week. This is the week that's I believe is the week that Jesus Christ came to Jerusalem about over 2,000 years ago. He started with the triumphal entry into Jerusalem, him riding on a donkey and people tossing their clothes and their garments and palm fronds in front of the donkey. Now, and then it ended with him being crucified by the same people. He ended with him being crucified and resurrected from the dead. So it's called Holy Week in Christianity. But there was something about his life that I drew on a very powerful lesson from this week, and I want to share that instead. I've been listening to a fellow named Dr. Benjamin Hardy, who's a Christian and a organisational psychologist. He's got videos on YouTube. Amazing guy. And there was something he said about the way psychology treats, the way we human beings look at our past, present, and our future. What normally happens, and what the books and conventional understanding of psychology teach, is that people's it's like our present is shaped by our past. And because it's shaped by our past, our present then determines our future. And that's obviously true. Not because it's correct, but because we see it playing out all over society. There are people that have had traumatic experiences in their childhood, and those experiences have formed the person that they are today. And because they're holding on to the things and the lessons and the encounters they've had in the past, it will determine who they are in the future. Because who you are, who you will be in the future, is 100% down to what you're learning, and the people you're interacting with right now. But he proposes a different way to look at it. And that is, first of all, to reframe the past in a way that benefits you the most. There's no point drawing lessons and inferences from your past if they're all negative, because they will not serve you going forward. But he proposes not using your present to determine the future, but using your future to determine your present. I never heard it put like that before, but basically what he's saying is you should have a vision and a picture of who you want to be and where you want to be in future, and that vision and that picture should educate the way you live today. That vision should frame and should transform your present self, you know. So who you are today will make who you're going to be, is going to be in line with who you intend to be tomorrow. That was the whole idea. And when I thought about that, it reminded me of something that's said in the book of Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1 and verse 2. It talks about how we all here, how we should live our lives running the race that has been put in front of us. But they are our example for how we should live our lives. And our example for how we should run that race is Jesus Christ himself. And in verse 2, it says, looking unto Jesus, the author and the finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross and suffered the shame. You know, in other words, Jesus Christ did exactly what Dr. Benjamin Hardy is asking us to do today. He had a picture of the future. He had a picture of the goal. He had a picture of what was going to happen in the generations to come. He had a picture of me being a Christian today. He had a picture of countless multitudes of people that would believe in the message that he brought from God and whose lives would be transformed by that message. And because he had that picture in his mind, it allowed him to go through all the indignities and the suffering that he would face in this week, which included dying through a horrible death of being crucified on the cross, and everything that went with that, all the insults, all the betrayal, and everything that went into that week. He had the strength to face it and to go through it because he kept in his mind the picture of where he was going. And for me, I think that absolutely makes sense to me, because I can look at my own life. I set myself this goal that I was going to make £1 million in 365 days, ending 20th of December 2024. Because I've set that goal, it's changing the way I behave today, because I want to be the person that meets that goal. So if I'm going to be the person that meets that goal, then there's some things that I do I have to stop doing, and I have stopped doing. There are a couple more things that I probably have to work on. But that future self that I have is educating and transforming my present self. I'm not going to look at my past, all the different goals and things I've attempted to achieve in the past that I've not achieved, or even the ones I have achieved. None of that has any bearing. The past is past. There's nothing I can do about it. I can reframe it all I want, but I cannot relive it in any way, shape, or form. I can only draw whatever lessons there are to draw and leave it where it is. But the future is yet unformed. What is the future going to be like? Well, this is the future I want to see for myself, for my family, for my community. And if I want to have that future, then this is the man I must be today. And that is exactly what I'm doing. So I hope this blesses you. I hope this helps you. You know, I want you to undertake that journey. Undertake that journey of transforming who you are today. Not looking behind you, but looking ahead of you. Looking at the person that you want to be in future. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. And I do implore you, get on this journey. Get on this journey. Transform your life. I'll see you next time.
You can dust it off and try again.